Hi, welcome to a new kind of video for me. I have almost never done a voiceover vlog, so this is quite interesting for me. But hello, besties. I went to Chicago with my friend Erica, and I want to take you on my adventures. But I still wanted to document this trip for myself. So here's me walking into Chicago for the very first time. I'm at O'Hare. Damn, this airport is fucking long. When I tell you, I felt like I was walking for 30 minutes straight. That's what it felt like. Oh, and look, I'm forgetting what this is called. The place we get the Chicago dog, Portillo's. That's where I'm at. And it's the next day now. And I am here with bestie Erica. This is the view from our hotel where we're having free breakfast before heading out on our first adventures. This is Friday. So I came in Thursday night, and then Friday was entirely a bookstore day. So this is my very first time in Chicago, getting to see like all the architecture and fun things. If you don't know, I am a nerd when it comes to architecture. I think looking at buildings is super fun and cute. At this point, we're starting off our day by going to Trader Joe's, but then we of course get started with the day. So we're in a Uber, I think, to go to a stationery store. So this is actually the stationery store that was hosting the stationery festival, and we had to go and register. So we had already got tickets, but you have to like register, get your bands, things like that. So that's what we were doing. And oh my gosh, stationery heaven. You all know I'm such a cozy hobby person. After this festival, I actually made myself an entire cozy hobby corner so I could have dedicated creative space. But all of the pens and highlighters and stickers and magnets, I was absolutely screaming inside. Everything was stunning. But of course, I knew I was about to drop some serious fucking money at the festival the next day. So I did not buy anything while I was here because I was saving it. But then Erica and I went to this really cute thrift store, and the space is absolutely incredible. They had amazing deals on the book selections. So we were just kind of browsing around. And what I love is that this specific thrift store, which I think is called Brown Elephant or something like that, supports queer youth. So we were just kind of going around shopping, browsing. There's me in my giant pink coat. I do love this coat. I don't get to wear it because obviously I moved to Florida. Oh, look, I'm right. It is the Brown Elephant. And then we go to Understudy, which is a bookstore cafe. I think has a theater theme. They had the most amazing like events posted up around. And we saw this book called The Lamb, which I was obsessed with. I'm documenting this for myself, but also for you, Bessie, because this is a sapphic YA folklore kind of story with cannibalism. And I was like, say less, Bessie. Sign me the fuck up. But this was so cute. And the coffee was actually amazing. 10 out of 10. Would recommend. Had so much fun while I was here. Okay, I genuinely don't think that you can hear me from this angle of perspective. But hello, I'm in Chicago. As you know by this point in the vlog, I am voicing over everything. Char is not a reader girl this month, so I hope that you enjoy just me going around Chicago. I'm here with Erica, and it's so much fun. We're going to a stationery festival tomorrow, so you'll get to see all of the adorable like shit I'm gonna buy, and obviously I'm going to show you every single thing that I get. But we are off to the next location, and now we're off again because we're going to a horror bookstore. When I was going here and Erica was asking me what I wanted to do, I was like, Bestie, there's only one thing I want to do, and that's go to the horror bookstore and flick the bean. And so this is what we're doing. We're going to the horror bookstore, which is called Bucket of Blood. But of course, as I already mentioned, I fucking love architecture. So of course, I'm getting the B-roll of all of the cute houses and architectural styles. And is this so considered a shotgun home? Because they're very fun to look at. Do I know where I'm at in this vlog? No. I'm somewhere in Chicago, but we are now at Bucket of Blood, which is a horror bookstore. And this little section of the vlog is going to be book shopping because it's me. Are you new here? Obviously, I went book shopping, but the horror bookstore had so many amazing books that I wanted. But again, I was here to spend money exclusively at the Stationery Festival and on food. don't think I make this super clear, but that second part of that clip where I'm book shopping is a different bookstore. The first one is Bucket of Blood. The second one is The Last Chapter, which is the romance bookstore in Chicago. And this third one is a cute little indie bookstore near there. But it's time to flick the bean. Oh, this was so much fun. I loved it so much. And honestly, Erica and I got the best fucking pictures ever. So that was fun. And then we immediately go and get lunch because it's time to eat. You don't see this because I don't record this, but Erica knows. I'm like, see, you walk so fast. I'm not a fast walker. I may be a New Yorker, but I left fast walking behind me. By the way, the skyline of Chicago is so fucking pretty. Like, look at this. Look at this river. It's green because it was dyed green because I went like around St. Patrick's Day. So that's what's left over in there. But honestly, this skyline, 10 out of 10. Absolutely stunning, gorgeous. And as you'll see, we end up doing an architecture tour. So when you see me now, Char, why are you moving like that? I'm on a boat. That I realized being on a boat was something that I had added to my 2025 like wish list bingo board, and I did it. This architecture tour filled my heart with so much fucking joy. I could not recommend more. We learned so much about like the history of Chicago as well as just architectural styles within the context of the history of Chicago. So this building that you're seeing now with like the big glass kind of square roof thing, that one's fun because only the very bottom floor was the original building, and then they matched the architectural style to fit that. And then our tour guide, who was incredible, was just telling us about this as we're going down. I think it's just called the Chicago River, but I could be dead ass wrong, and I can hear the Chicagoans now screaming at me that that's not the name. If it's not the name, I have no idea. But the architectural style was fucking amazing, and we learned that there's those shiny glass buildings that you're looking at now. The reason why they're that way is because of an architectural style called contextualism, where it tries to fit in around it. So it's mirroring what's around it so that it's not kind of interfering with the skyline or whatever that may be. That's not the correct architectural thing, but that's what it is. And that was really cool. It kind of looks like the building suspended and being held up by those sticks, which obviously is not what happened. And then he was telling us that the reason that works, Chicago is the windy city, so buildings need to have balance, and some buildings have an entire floor with like just a massive ass fucking like water tank thing where the water is correcting the movement of the building when it's windy. And that was just really cool to know. But this was genuinely so much fucking fun. It's day 3. This is day 2 of the Stationery Festival, but day 3 of being in here. And this one, they adjusted and learned that they needed a little bit more space. So they opened up the back room and moved the meetup area. And oh my gosh, this was Little Red House Co. Their designs were so stinking cute. When I tell you, I bought so much fucking washi, so many stickers. Like, I was having the time of my life, and getting to interact with all of these small businesses and just be in this really cool space was everything I wanted and more. And I'm so grateful to bestie Erica for introducing me to the idea of a stationery festival and coming to hang out with me in Chicago. This was everything I wanted and more. And at this point, we're getting ready to go to dinner. But first, Erica's introducing me to K-pop and K-drama. And if you're curious, we were watching King the Land. Fun fact, Alpana was actually incredibly booked that night, so we couldn't get in. So we went somewhere else. So this is actually now moving on to day 4, I think. No, I don't know what day it is. I'm lost. Officially, it is in fact day 3 according to this card. So now we actually go to get brunch, and this is the final day of the Stationery Festival. This pistachio latte was fucking everything, and I believe I got, yes, pancakes. These pancakes fucking slapped with the maple bacon. That was some good ass food. And it's the same view. Look, Stationery Festival day 3. I think this is where I spent the most. No, it was definitely day 1 where I spent the most money. But yeah, you can see the space is much bigger now. We've got more room. This courtyard is beautiful. I had a blast. I found so many of like my new favorite artists. I'm gonna be so real with you. The reason I recorded this clip is because my hair looked really fucking good. So that's a shout out to Stina. Thank you, girl, because that silk wrap is doing wonders for me. And then we went to this little trinket shop, which I insisted on going to, where I didn't buy anything. And I low-key felt bad because I dragged Erica there and it was raining. But I just wanted to see it. And we get back into another Uber. We're downtown. I think at some point where I was wearing the cute little hat, I was driving past the stadium. So that was fun. And Erica is actually taking me to a K-pop store. This was my first time ever in a K-pop store. So we're hanging out. She's trying to introduce me to stuff. And I'm like, Erica, I don't understand what the fuck is happening. I was having a good time, but genuinely I was so confused because I'm like, Erica, what's an album? And she's like, it's just an album. And I'm like, Erica, this album only has 2 songs. So how is that an album? I had a lot to learn, and I am very much still learning. But look, we're in Alpana. This is the next night, so we were able to get spaces. 10 out of 10 would recommend. Food is delicious. But boom, look, it's Monday. My very last morning in Chicago. My flight is literally at like almost 10 p.m. tonight, so I have several hours to wait before I head to the airport. So the first stop was Open Books. This is the one on Pilsner that I went to. It's like this concept that you pay what you choose for the books that you got. I didn't see anything that I wanted, but I still think it is super cool, and all kids here get books free, so that's a lot of fun. So I'm waiting for my Uber, and we're gonna go to Minnesota. I'm mispronouncing that, but more shopping to come. And now I'm at Minnesota. I am very sure that I am still mispronouncing that. So I'm sorry, besties. I'm trying to voice over this vlog. I don't got time to look up how to say this, but it was so fucking cute. I really wish I was into like more Hello Kitty stuff, but I want to get into Hello Kitty Island Adventure. So who knows? I may be, but then I'm already in Chinatown because I'm here, but there was a K-pop store next door. Now this is the K-pop store where I went crazy, and the pals already saw the K-pop haul, so I'm not gonna show that. But like, if you're ever interested in my vlogs, I have that shit displayed in my cozy hobby corner, so like you'll see clips of it. And I could not leave Chicago without having a Chicago dog, and if you thought this vlog had an ending, you're wrong. So thank you so much for watching, and bye, bestie.